in the south of France once a year. That is that kind of person who's taken over Europe, basically.
Hey, yo, 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 yo,
Jo Swinson with her, and this is the best description of Jo Swinson I've ever heard. Her bulbous face. That's the kind of person that she is. She strikes me as a really annoying younger sister, frankly. But anyway.
What is complete nonsense? If there is one European politician who likes and will love Britain, I am. Because I can give you proof of that. I'm racing in a British racing green, right-hand drive, Aston Martin of the 50s. How much Britain you can be.
That sounds like a stereotype, and it also sounds like cultural appropriation, guy.
And my dog is also British.
Well, checkmate Brexiteers.
I have to tell you, I have to avoid, he has a French name. And so he has Marcel, but for the rest, he's a Cairn Terrier. He's a fantastic dog. Not directly coming from here, but nevertheless, he has his origins here in Britain.
Well, I'm persuaded by those rock-solid credentials that he's a complete Anglophile in many, many different ways.
His doctor's English, yes.
He loves Britain so much he'd like to conquer it.
I'm very pleased to be here and to say a few words about Brexit.
Yeah, as Up Yours in the chat says, national identity is defined by dogs and cars. That's right. I mean, I don't even know if you can buy Aston Martins anymore, but you're not British unless you have one.
The question is very simple. We all know Brexit is not working.
Wow. Wow.
Do we know that guy? We'll ask Angela Merkel her opinion on that shortly after this.
And not working. And why?
Because of obstructionism from salty Remainers who can't accept that they fucking lost.
It is not working. Well, simply because it's a bad idea.
No, it's a brilliant idea for people who don't support a tyrannical, unaccountable, bureaucratic superstate. But if you're a key component of that superstate, which you are, Mr. Verhofstadt, then of course you would see it as a bad idea. It's going against your interests.
That is the reason why it's a bad idea. I will not say the worst idea in British history, but okay, in the, very near. And we all
Yeah, I mean, we did make the mistake of joining the European Union, didn't we, Guy?
know how it was organized in the beginning, and Tim knows it, Tim Farron knows it. He was leading.
Well, that homophobe, weird that you shout him out.
At that time, David Cameron said, I want.
Well, the pig fucker, shame you call him out too.
And the split in my party, in the Conservative Party. And I have a bright idea to do that.
He had to do it because people wanted it. There was mounting pressure. UKIP were at 14% in the polls, rising. As in, this was an idea whose time had come. The British people had had enough of Europe and wanted to say that they would like to leave. And they did 3 years ago.
I will organize the referendum to end this division of opinions inside the Conservative Party.
Well, I guess mission accomplished. But I tell you what, man, I wish that I hadn't a prior a commitment on the weekend, because I would have loved to have gone down to the Liberal Democrats conference and just sat outside with a change my mind fucking stall and just, I could have had anything on there. It would have been great.
I have to tell you, I think he will succeed. As Mr. Johnson is pushing out all Remainers and all moderate Conservatives, he will create a united party. I'm pretty sure about it.
Well, that's good. He's done better than you creating a united Europe, hasn't he? Your united Europe is falling apart, buddy boy. I don't know whether you've noticed. But honestly, like the Conservatives who have left, like people like Anna Soubry, in what way are they actual Conservatives? Like, how could you really define Anna Soubry as a Conservative? She belongs in the Liberal Democrats.
But it's really not the same part. I think even that Margaret Thatcher could be expelled from the Conservative Party now, because...
Oh, this had better be good, because Margaret Thatcher was scathing on Europe. Absolutely scathing. I recently decided to like a few pro-Margaret Thatcher pages, and some of her critiques of the European Union are just damning. One of my favourites is just that they're a weak lot in European Union. And it's like, yes, you're absolutely right. But to be honest with you, they're a weak lot and bloody Remainers over here. We'll get to that as well. I've got loads here, actually. Sorry, we'll get to all of this.
They're a weak lot in Canada.
I can say that because my nickname when I was a young politician in Belgium was Baby Thatcher, so I can talk about her. When I was Minister of Budget, you know, tough times at that moment. Well, Margaret Thatcher was in favor of the single market. And it's exactly that point that the Conservatives want to leave now.
Oh, no.
The single market.
But Margaret Thatcher was also very much pro-Britain, pro-sovereignty, and she was against the further consolidation of Europe into a superstate. So, fuck off, guy. You fucking liar. And it's weird that you'd invoke Margaret Thatcher to the Lib Dems. They view themselves as a centre-left party, and in many ways they genuinely have been corrupted by Labour's socialism. So it is... it's hard to believe that they're pro-Margaret Thatcher.
She said, what a fantastic project. Non-bureaucratic project. With a tunnel under the channel. The possibility to have...
Someone in the chat, baby catcher. Yeah, it did sound like that, didn't it?
have hundreds of millions of consumers and citizens for British goods and British...
His nickname was Fiat Schnerek, which means bike rack.
services. Well, it is exactly that what hard Brexiteers want to destroy now. Against the interest of Britain.
No, it's not really against the interest of Britain, is it?
And the European Union.
Yeah, it's against the interest of the European Union. There we go. That's what it is. That's what this is all about. And I'll show you how I know this in a minute.
And we all know that this is driven by...
Oh, this fucking asshole.
Inside the Conservative Party, outside the Conservative Party. Tim Farron spoke about Nigel Farage saying, yeah, we have shown that he is not only representing Britain. I can tell you, Tim, Nigel Farage is only representing himself and his offshore tax scheme. That is what he is representing.
And you're only representing your gold-plated pensions and massive salaries that come at the expense of taxpayers all across the continent. We can all play this game, guy. We can all say, well, everyone's got interests, and that's all we're doing. Like, believe it or not, right? I believe that you have a firm conviction that you think that the United States of Europe is a good idea, right? When you complain about how hard Brexit is, all you're saying is there are people with firm convictions that do not align with mine. That's what you're complaining about. It's and then you call them the hard Brexiteers for a reason, right? That's how you're defining them. They're defined by their convictions. And you go, oh, well, they've got money. Well, you've got money too. Everyone's got money. Everyone's got interests. I mean, like, make an argument, man. Make an argument. Saying this person is interested in keeping their money. I mean, I can say that and have said that about you, but I do still believe you have firm convictions. But it's asinine, and it's just an ad hominem. It's not an actual argument. Tell me why it would be a good idea to stay in Europe.
Not more than that.
That's right. He's only been doing this for, what, 27 years? Back when it was an unpopular idea, and he was in an unpopular party, and he's only been slogging away. But Nigel Farage is literally just in it for the money. I mean, what did he do before he entered politics? He did something.
But we know one thing. We know one thing. That is that Brexit has also created something positive.
Yes. Eventually we'll have left the European Union.
And the positive thing that it has created is that today, in the whole of the European Union, the biggest pro-European movement in the history of the Union is in Britain, putting more than 1 million people in the streets.
The biggest pro-European movement is in the country that is leaving the European Union. That's damning, Guy. That's an awful thing to say. That's so ridiculous. Like, it's not in Germany, it's not in Sweden, it's not in France, it's not in Spain or Greece or any of these other countries that get huge amounts of money from the richer ones. Oh, no. It's in the country that's leaving that they're most pro-European. That's sensible, Guy. Very, very stirring. Fired up my blood there. Just... Bravo.
And you, let's repeat it, let's recall it, you are in fact the heart of it, the origin of it, the most pro-European party in the UK, the most pro-European party in the UK, not because of opportunism, because there are now maybe a majority to remain, but by conviction. By your conscience, you are the pro-European.
But you're not acting in any form of principle. You guys are always arguing that this will cost us money. Okay. I don't care. Going to war with the Nazis is going to cost us money. It's going to cost us lives. People are going to die, and yet we should have done it anyway, which is why we did. Like, saying, oh, this is going to be expensive, that's not a fucking argument. At least not an argument from principle.
So let us use this pro-European energy not only to remain, I have to tell you, in Europe, but also to reform the European Union. Because I have one conviction.
I've got one conviction too. Well, actually,
I got a conviction. It's in my pants.
Hang on. You literally only had one conviction. That's terrible. But I did credit you with having some convictions, so I was wrong. You only have one of them. But the one thing I know that beyond doubt about the European Union, it is never going to be reformed. Never. It will collapse before it's reformed. It is too Byzantine to be reformed. Ask Majid.
I have one conviction. That Brexit happens is also a sign that this European Union needs to be modernized.
No shit. It needs drastic reform, yes.
Needs to be more effective. We cannot continue. We cannot continue, dear friends, with a Europe that is always acting too little and too late.
You know what he's asking for, don't you? Sovereignty. Give us more sovereignty. In fact, there are lots of ways they've tried to do this as well. Basically, they want power to raise taxes. They're going to want their own army, which Merkel is all... Obviously, they've all signed off on. Merkel and Macron and whatnot. They're all... And obviously the Commission and the presidents of the councils. They've all signed off on the idea of getting an EU army. They're building an aircraft carrier, I believe. But there are also other ways, like the veto that countries have. So unless decision, I can't remember in what regard it was, but unless decision is unanimous, then it doesn't go through. And they want to erase that. They want to turn it into a majority now. So it's no longer a block of equals. It's now going to be a German and French interest group that dominates the rest of Europe, which is one of the reasons that we're getting out.
In the world order of tomorrow, the world order of tomorrow is not a world order based on nation states or countries. It's a world order that is based on empires.
Ooh, well, now this is not
he
the
brought
first
it up.
time that Guy Verhofstadt has used the term empire. In fact, he keeps using this term. I find that very interesting. An empire, for anyone who doesn't know, is one ethnic group dominates others. Multiple others, in fact, and this is why you have, the Persian Empire. It's the Persians ruling over a giant landmass. The Mongol Empire, the Mongols ruling over a giant landmass. Blah 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 blah. So if we're going to use empire, that's interesting. I'm interested to know the quote European Empire.
Hi, Impulse
who are the
Supreme.
Europeans
Welcome
going
to the
be
stream.
dominating over? And when I say Europeans, I don't mean French.
I'm playing a
Spanish,
little
Dutch,
gnome
Italian,
Meiji.
etc.
I'm playing a little gnome Meiji Poo right here. Hold on. Let me put on some music.
Enjoy my placeholder music in the meantime. Alright, so I'm playing on a PvP server, which means I'm fucking getting ganked constantly. Can I get an F in chat for all the fucking times I've been ganked? Let's look at my fucking honor kills. Where is it? There's no honor screen? There's no honor system in this game yet. Oh, shit. But I've died a lot. In fact, I'm fucking getting camped by pretty much everybody. It's because I'm an AoE spec mage. I'm good at, hey, you give me 20 mobs that can only melee, it's gonna be fucking awesome, okay? But if you get a caster on my ass, I'm fucked, okay? One caster wrecks my day. I'm fricked. This is a horde base. I wanted to walk over here. Car gas. They better not aggro on me. Shit, they might. Ah, fuck. Fuck. Ah, fuck. Ah, fuck. What a dick. That hunter better go away. I'm just walking past. Some of my auctions have sold. Elemental Earth, 12 silver. So I'm going to try to grind a lot more of those. Ah, fuck. Fucking mage out here. I don't want to fight you. Go away. Don't be dumb. Oh, I leveled up, which means I got a talent point. Holler. What am I gonna get now? Ice shards? Spells do critically strike. Fucking hunters always get the first tags so quickly, it's awful. Frickin' hunters. Ah, we finally found one. I was hoping to gather up like 10 of them, but I don't think that's gonna be happening at this rate, getting all these plebs out here. These are great guys to grind. They're very profitable. Like everything they loot, vendors well, auctions well. Oh, that guy was just racing for the tag right there. I could tell that. That's a funny shadow. That's a long boy shadow right there. I hope these guys are just questing because I want them to go. Got it. Wanding down. rock salt. Very nice. Yeah. This is great. I mean, so far so good. I mean, I'd like these people to be gone, but what really can you do? Casting some long shadows here. Got one. Oh, I can go kill the higher level ones now. I'm higher level. They're down there. So we're gonna actually head down here now. Oh, mana. Crap. How did I run out of mana? Shit. Alright, we recovered. We'll have to kill that bird too. Long soft tail. Oh, these birds are always great for farming. Can I get like 5 birds? Oh, I just punched my microphone stand. My bad. Can I get like 5,000 birds? Alright, let's do this. So I got these 2. Any other ones? Ah, we got one. Just kind of get them all grouped up. Woo! Nailing it. Very, very fun. Gotta get one more AoE on here. And we are just out of mana. Man, that is exciting. I'm gonna eat my food now. Switch to another water. I got mana jade, so I'm ready for a what the fuck moment again. Now let's make some food and mana. Sit my ass back down. Got my cooldowns ready. Man, it's freezing down here. I'm gonna go look up this fucking temperature of this. What she set it to? I hate it. No wonder it's so cold. It's set to be like 68. Jesus. Alright. I'm choosing Frost Armor in this one. Try to pull some birds. Okay, I gotta get one more. These two over here. And then this one. Got him. Stay aware of your surroundings. Going to cold them. Got freeze. This should be like one of the last two blizzards I do. There you go. That's it. Woo! Yo, Impulse, you still here, bro? Damn it, I have a fucking hate how I always lose that one. I wish they wouldn't do that. And I oop. Trying to make my way down here. Probably do it. Oh, these guys throw rocks, don't they? Okay, this place is way more empty. Minus for this fucking 41 hunter over here. Who's gonna make me pull my hair out. Holy shit, these guys are fucking level 44. Fuck. This ain't gonna work. Abandoned ship. I didn't know there'd be 4 levels above. I just thought there'd be level 41. Layering works in dungeons. You can layer bosses. Resisting. Oh yeah, there's a quest item too. I'm also questing. I'm not just grinding.
What I'm talking about are the proud Europeans, as Sadiq Khan describes himself. He's not a citizen of any one European country, just the continent, you know, just Europe. I'm a European. I'm from Europe. That's very, you know, I mean, Sadiq Khan, very European name. But he's just from this continent called Europe. It's, you know, no other defining characteristics. Now, I would say that's possibly anti-diversity, but then I'm a throwback that way. I like my ideology to correspond to reality. I'm really old hat in that regard. You know, proper old English liberal is like, maybe we should look at actually things that are happening rather than our pie-in-the-sky dreams. But okay, don't worry about me. We'll carry on.
China is not a nation. It's a civilization, huh? India, you know it better than I do. is not a nation. There are 2,000 nations in India. There are 20 different languages that are used there. There are 4 big religions at the same time. It is the biggest democracy worldwide.
I like the way he's making the distinction here now, and he's not wrong either, actually, right? So, a nation is an ethnic group. It's not a country. A country is a political unit governed by a state. For example, England is a nation, Wales is a nation, but Britain is the country that they are a part of. They're not politically independent. So by his definition here, what he has managed to delineate is between European civilization, that is governed by the European superstate, and British civilization, that is governed by the British state. He's unwittingly put us outside of his definition of what a European is, on the basis that what was trying to happen was, I mean, like in his mind, this I suppose would be like China, like absorbing India into China. It would be the two civilizations merging together. It would be unrealistic.
The US is also an empire, more than a nation.
Oh.
Maybe tomorrow they will speak there more Spanish than English. I don't know what will happen.
Oh, well, that's good, isn't it? That's great. I mean, Spanish is a European language, not a British language. So it'd be great if the United States became more European, wouldn't it, Guy? That's just fucking grand. Just fantastic.
And then finally, the Russian Federation. The world of tomorrow is a world of empires in which we, European, and you, British, can only defend your interest, your way of life, by doing it together in a European framework and in the European Union.
My God, he is actually an open imperialist. He views the world as a clash of empires. The world is not a clash of empires, right? There is a US hegemony at the moment that is being challenged by China, obviously. But I don't think you could reasonably call China an empire. It's a country, it's a civilization, I agree, but I don't think that makes it an empire. Although maybe. But India is a democracy, that's not an empire. The US is a democracy, that's not an empire. And stop before anyone yells, we're a republic! It's a form of democracy. These things are not empires. What he's talking about are just political blocks, as if every single country is inherently an empire. Every sovereign bloc is an empire. The United States of America is just a country. It's just a federal republic. It's not a bloody empire, you lunatic. But anyway, what he's saying is very much akin to sort of the Mediterranean world in, say, 200 BC. You know, the end of the city-state is drawing nigh. And that's what he views this as. The end of the nation-state is drawing nigh. He's wrong, obviously. I don't think that the nation-state's time has passed yet, and I think that Brexit and Trump are showing us this quite clearly. This is, in many ways, the nation-state reasserting itself over global interests, as supranational interests or international interests. And I think that's actually a good thing. I don't think that there's really any... I don't think there's a major threat to the sovereignty of any of the nations around the world at the moment. Like, who's threatening whose sovereignty? Who's going to invade who? I mean, maybe, like, Russia might do some things, but we've got NATO, so is that a problem? China, I suppose, but again, you know, we have NATO for a reason. I don't think that Britain is about to get taken over by a foreign power. That just seems ridiculous to me. You know, I think that we're going to be able to defend our interests. But again, I'll get to that in a minute. Sorry, I'm going off now.
And those, dear friends, those who want to defend our standards of living.
Right. I don't trust Guy Verhofstadt or any of the other EU types to run an empire. And if that's how they view it, and I know that I can never pronounce the woman's name, but she's the defense minister of Europe. She's had plans for years about projecting European power into Africa and Asia, for example. Why would you need to do that? This is the thing. They are not just sitting there thinking, well, what we can do is just make Europe really good, which, in my opinion, would be bad enough anyway. No, they're going to be defending their interests around the world. they're going to come into conflict with the United States. I don't want to go into conflict with the United States. I think the United States is a good thing, and I think it's a better thing than the European Union. And I think that that's the side I would rather be on when the chips fall down and it comes to the crunch. I do not want to have to be supporting Germany's new imperial ambitions, basically.
Of social standard.
And hang on, sorry, I know I keep interrupting this guy. Fuck your social standards, by the way. I don't care about protecting the living standards of the French and Germans. They can do that just fine on their own, right? But I find it very interesting how all this talk, right, we should turn this into the first European empire, Emperor Palpatine style. Okay, you can advocate for that, I guess, because you're a Remainer and you're allowed to say, oh, well, everyone else is an empire. We should become an empire. They're not empires. You shouldn't become an empire. But if we're talking about empires, Mr. Verhofstadt, is there anything wrong with us bringing ours back? Well, I'm saying Kanzuk is an idea that's being floated, and like, well, that would be a way of defending our interests internationally in this world of empires against the Europeans.
Our
British civilization will rise again.
ecological standards, our labor standards can only do that. They know it only in the framework of Europe, and inside Europe, in the center, a Britain that takes its responsibilities and not is going out of this great project.
Fucking labour standards have destroyed the Mediterranean economies. Like, there's a reason that like 50% of young people in Greece can't get jobs. It's unreal how much damage they've done to the southern countries. But, you know, they've got high labour standards, you see. It's fine. It's just fine.
I have to tell you, in a world where we see Putin, where we see the Chinese leadership, when we see what is happening in Hong Kong for the moment, in a world with Trump.
What, in Hong Kong, where they're praising the virtues of the British Empire, and Trump, where he's praising the virtues of Britain. Yeah, I can see how you'd have a problem with this, Mr. I'm really pro-Britain. I can see why you're so upset about this. I mean, you do have an Aston Martini, or whatever it is, and your dog is a British dog that happens to have the French name. So, I mean, I can see why you're so bothered.
I have said everything now already. And I'm going to send a tweet in a few moments about it.
Amazing.
And
Tell
in
me
a
about your
world,
tweet.
in fact, where a British Prime Minister is proroguing the Parliament, not for a few days, but for 5 weeks, in such a world, we have to work together to defend democracy, parliamentarism, and the interest of our citizens. And
Who elected you, guy? Couldn't get re-elected in Belgium, could you? Fucking defend democracy! Jesus Christ. Unreal that he has the gall to say this. I just can't get over it. How on earth can you... Like, it is genuinely Orwellian. Genuinely Orwellian. The Liberal Democrats, as you can see by the thumbnail of this stream, they are not liberal and they are not Democrats. Get fucked. The lot of you, honestly, from the European Union, being like, we're pro-democracy, unless you vote the wrong way. Fuck off. Fuck off. How many times? It's been something like 12 times where on things like the Lisbon Treaty and various other treaties that have forced through, they've just either ignored or made people vote twice on these decisions, on these referendums. Like, it's unreal that they would claim to be the defenders of democracy. It's bizarre.
And we cannot do that. And honestly speaking, we cannot do that with the country without the country where this democracy has born. In England, in Britain, in Great Britain, in the United Kingdom. And therefore, I hope that the fastest as possible. I've got to tell one thing about British politics. I didn't do it in the whole of my intervention. Is that I hope there will be a change. There will be a change, hopefully, with the general election.
Listen, right, Guy, I think that you are kind of fundamentally missing the point behind your veneration of the English invention of modern democracy. And if you look at it, it was mostly England that voted to leave. That was definitely the driving force behind the leave vote, although obviously Wales did as well, and there was a sizable chunk of Scottish and Northern Irish voters who also chose that. But by constituency, it's a map of England, basically. And so it's one of those things where you sat there going, wow, English democracy, it's so amazing. We need you in to teach us about democracy, blah, blah. And we're saying, look, you don't understand how democracy works by the way we do it, by our standards. That's our problem with the European Union. That's why we want to leave. And you're like, oh, no, stay. Why? Why? You're not listening. You do things wrong. You do things badly. You are corrupt. You're effectively, like, every
maybe
month.
Hey, listen, bro. You gotta listen to everybody, okay? Know thy enemy.
All of the European Union in Brussels, all of it. Their papers, their files, their desks.
I listen to Sargon. I listen to Richard Spencer. I listen to Styx Hexenhammer. I listen to crazy people who have no subscribers. I listen to giant people. I listen to the Young Turks. I listen to everybody.
All of this stuff is transported to Strasbourg, like, I don't know, a couple hundred miles away by lorry, and set up there for a weekend or a week or something. It's not very long. When I went to Strasbourg, but that's because they'd moved over for that period of time. It's totally unnecessary. It's a huge waste of money, and yet they do it constantly. There's going to be no end to that. Why are you doing this? And that's just one example of constant waste from these people who have never had to be held to account. You can't get rid of Guy Verhofstadt. There's no way you're going to be able to get rid of any of them. I don't even remember the name of the current president of the commission.
If you got something else you want me to watch, I'll gladly do it. I got grinding to do. I need content. I got hours to fill.
Callum,
it's either this or watching old automotive repair videos.
And whack that in Discord. I'd appreciate that, man. But I'm pretty sure she actually ended up running unopposed, and so it's just one of those things. Like, look, you guys don't really get to talk about democracy. That's the problem, is that you are not democratic, and it's why we want to leave.
A general election will not only be about Brexit. It will be about the character, the future of the British political system. And it will be natural.
Now that is a true point. That's actually a good observation. It's the same with Trump as well. But Brexit especially. Because
hold on, what the fuck is this? Engine build ASMR? Oh my god, I think we've reached a whole new level of internet. You fucking kidding me? Really? Get out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Is there somebody jacking off to this? I don't like it how they write on the piston heads like that. It probably doesn't hurt it, but I don't like it. Oh, we got an abandoned ship. One got through. Hey bro, I got this idea for a YouTube channel. Listen, You're gonna assemble an engine, and I'm just gonna film it, and no one's gonna talk. Now this is content. There's nothing wrong. It won't do anything. That's a Subaru engine. You love this shit. Here, let me fix my green screen a little bit. Yeah, I know. I was watching a ton of these videos earlier today. Actually, I like how there's no talking. So what's the deal with these Subaru engines? You got Car Mechanic Simulator? Have you played it? What level are you? I think I'll be playing it later. What the hell? This Subaru engine looks a little funny. How come those pistons are... How come there's two right there and two on the other side? What the hell? So, here, let me give you some advice. You need to grind levels in that game, and the best way to grind levels is to fix brakes, mufflers, and transmissions. Accept those missions as much as you can. Damn it, I fucking lost one. Yeah, no, I was watching this guy fix up this inline 8 Packard Bell. And I was following it. I was like, holy shit, this Car Mechanic Simulator taught me a lot. That's what they call a boxer engine, or horizontal opposed. Really? God, what a crazy design. How many pistons does this boxer engine oppose? It looks like it's 3, 4. What's that red shit he's painting on? The blood of demons? I only lube my car engine of demon blood. Anything less is... Yeah, it's a 4-cylinder. Dude, earlier I was watching this video of this giant, what the fuck was it? Like a 28-cylinder diesel boat engine. It's called assembly lube. No, man, it's demon blood. That's a really nice looking piston there. What the hell is that, a dildo? Alright, let's try to do another pull here. Sounds pretty nice, just turning over. Okay, I'm gonna try to pull these 3 mobs. Get this wolf, get that wolf, get this bird. And run this way. Ah, shit. Why'd everyone start running so fast all of a sudden? What the hell was that about? I only getting this bird? Really? Ice block. That's a rubber mallet. He's using the handle to gently tap in the piston. That's a forged piston. It's used for high boost application. Is it a forged piston? Forged piston. As opposed to a manufactured piston or a machined piston. A forged piston. Interesting. He's locking the nuts against each other. Oh, to screw in the rod. Okay. So it's a boxer, 4-cylinder boxer type engine. Subaru. Oh, okay. Forged as opposed to cast. Okay. Okay. Forged as opposed to cast. Cast is when you pour it in the mold and you make a mold of it, and forged is forged in like a fucking furnace. Okay, I guess. Probably smaller or lighter if it's, I don't know. I don't fucking know. If I say anything remotely technical, you'll call me on it. If I won't. Ooh. Different metallurgical process. Casts are cheaper and will work on a more naturally aspirated engines. Forged are for expensive, but that's stronger. Thank you for explaining that, my friend. I appreciate it. Try to get this last wolf over here. Clean that puppy with acetone. Uh-oh. That fucking mage is staring at me. He wants to rape me. I'm running out of mana. Shit. Very nice. Let me see the carb on that thing. What? You don't have to pan over your fucking shop. I don't need to see this shit. But I'll give your video a like. There's a huge fucking mechanical section to the YouTube I discovered. There's so much car repair shit on YouTube I didn't know about. How to rebuild a Subaru engine. I'm gonna look up, Oh, hi, Car Cat. When did you get there? Engine rebuilds? Oh, yeah. Let's try to find, I think I already watched that one. Car Cat, no, you were fine. You were good you were in a good spot. Don't. Okay, good. Stay there. Let's. Yeah, a lot of good resources. Use Eric the Car Guy. Chris Fix. I watched Chris Fix, and I'm gonna be following his guide later when I want to fix up a rust spot on my old my Avalanche. Eric the Car Guy. You literally brought him up, and right here he is. Eric the Car Guy, 8 years ago, dissecting basic parts and their function. Junkyard. What is this? What do we got here?
Throwing bins, cans away. It's what I do. All right, the day has come. We are going to be taking the heads to the machine shop. We got everything we need. We got our new valve seals. We've got our 1218 springs. Did I leave the caps in there? Yeah. With our caps and retainers. Got our 799 heads. So going to take these to the machine shop. On the road again. We are on the way to the machine shop. We got about an hour to get there, so not too bad of a drive. I've already called for pricing and availability. It said it'll take right around a week, so that should work out perfect with the other stuff we have planned. So, see you in a second. We got some crazy trucks here.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Look at all this cool equipment. Freaking Duramax squad. Duramax. I think there's one at the other end too. Is that one actually a Duramax or is that a 15?
My dad has a Duramax diesel.
Still, GMC Chevy squad. It's kind of funny. I feel like all machine shops are the same. Like they all have just tons of stuff because of, you know, leftover parts and boxes. They're always like organized chaos. Every single machine shop I've ever been to. It's just kind of funny that it works out that way. So heads are
that is
off.
funny.
They should have them done in a week. They're gonna shoot for that. They wrote a note on it and everything. They told me to call them next week and make sure, you know, through the rest of it with a fine-tooth comb, replacing the rings, rehoning the cylinders, etc. It's just one of those things where we're waiting on some parts. Any vacuum.
Less talking.
Spots for the rod bearings. If we end up deciding to reuse the rod bearings, which we'll go into detail of that later. Regardless, we want to mark them, make sure that they all go back in the right spot. So 1, 3, 5, 7, and then 2, 4, 6, 8 is how it goes.
Fuck!
Okay, good to go. Flip her on back around. Ratchet's hanging on for dear life.
I'm out of mana. I can't pull any more things. Looks like they're LS swapping a Mayada. What is LS? I'm sorry, I don't know that acronym. LS. Live. Looks pretty good. Are you gonna be checking the bore of it? Woo! Look at that giant piece of metal. There's bigger ones.
4 rods are better than the Gen 3 rods. They're stronger. People obviously prefer them for boosted applications. You know, it's not really a huge concern for us since we're naturally aspirated, but it is nice to have the stronger rods for higher RPM stuff, not having to worry as much about slinging a rod. Still could happen, but we're a little better off. So yeah, all the bearings look really good. I mean, none of them have any real scoring. I mean, they all look mint. So it's honestly, it's a tough decision as to replace them or not, because it's kind of a can of worms. It's kind of if it ain't broke, don't fix it kind of thing. Because when you replace them, you know, you're going from bearings that were sized to the factory crank and all the clearances and tolerances checked at the factory to, you know, throwing in one size bearing and hoping it's all right, or plastic gauging every single one and buying multiple different sets if you have different tolerances for different rods. And there's just a lot more to it than just throwing bearings in. To me, it's not about the work or the money, because it's like $50 for bearings. It's just, you know, you can make it worse, you know, if you don't do it right, or, you know, one is a little off from the other and you end up putting a undersized bearing in or something. So it is one of those things. I'm gonna think about it and I'll decide. I'm just not sure. I'm really not sure. Part of me wants to just throw new bearings in it, but then you got to go through the break-in process, and you got, like I said, you got to plastic gauge every one. So I don't know. We'll plastic gauge them, which is basically just a little plastic strip, and you tighten it down and it flattens it. Then you hold it up to a little piece of paper, tells you what the clearance is. So we'll do that and see if we're still in standard spec all the way across. If so, makes the decision a little simpler. So I don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll do that later. But for now, all right, guys, back to work. It's late in the day. We did a Harbor Freight run. I got another cart, so this one actually has a drawer, which is sick. But anyway, gonna make some radiator brackets and finish up handbrake line routing today. So radiator brackets, we just need to make 1,000.
Hello? Hello, Sarah? Yes? Hey, look, I fixed your glasses. I glue like you asked. Yeah, I want to do stuff. Oh yeah, I tried to. I was cold. Did you set the thermostat to be 70?
Can I help you?
Okay. Bring a gyrochromatum
Off and away.
chromaton to this guy. I was waiting for you to tell me you fell asleep.
I was trying to watch TV.
That's pretty low. Alright, well, if we're gonna be ending the stream, let me hearth. LS is a generalized term for the modern General Motors small block V8. Oh.
Hey guys, this is Dylan. Real quick, just wanted to explain what this video is all
Look at
about.
his baby
A
face.
few months ago, Kevin from Junction soon, but
I have that on my
I
good
just
cars.
unhooked this fuel line here and rigged it in here, tighten up that. Yeah.
Oh, I hit the spider web. Look at this. This
Oh yeah.
card still works.
Oh yeah.
All the nice low compressions of the era.
It is.
Oh, dude, look, it's mint.
It looks brand new. Let me focus on that. That looks. Wow. Cool. Somebody changed the oil and then parked it.
Never started or ran it. Insert carburetor problems here. It has a brand new starter on it too, pretty much.
Okay,
Well, it started like brand new. That's great.
Here you go. Don't hook them up backwards. They'll fill the bucket with engine.
She's making some noise.
It's a one barrel, so you don't have an accelerator pump as far as I know.
No, you do. It works.
Oh, how about that?
We have pumpy. Okay.
Oh, this is probably a solid rig.
Turn the key. Turn the key.
Come run the throttle, Mr. Finley or Mr. Thunderhead.
Yeah, I know. I bumped
Battery might be bad.
Oh, there's a big old spider on there, eh?
Eh?
Be gone, Satan. Okay.
Alright. Are you ready?
it. Hit it.
Oh! What? Oh, it's an inline 6 and a Jeep.
Probably all the way to the right and down.
Manual, I guess.
Idling.
I don't know how to drive a manual.
Idle.
One of the quicker.
All new looking.
What is that, gas?
She tried. One more go.
It's getting fuel from like
Everywhere.
the fuel
Yeah.
and me.
And it's disgusting.
Yeah, that's not so great.
All right, I'm gonna let you guys go. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I'm
ready
gonna
to
go
leave?
hang out with my waifu. And that's been DJ Fermi. You guys